Hey everyone, this is William Sohaili with Magnus Miniatures. Today we are gonna be building together the Stoneheart King himself. Sit back and relax and enjoy the show. And if you haven't done so, please like and subscribe my video because I put a lot of effort in putting up the content for all of you. So enjoy! So what's a more cool looking effect of the Stoneheart King himself with the Thor hammer on the ground? So that's really the idea of this effect. I basically want to try to make King effect Thunder Hammer on the ground just because, you know, what's more cooler than a cow with this giant thunder hammer on the ground, right? So simply the thing that I did in this one here is I cut a water bottle on the edge. And the point of this method is essentially just creating those thunder effect using the plastic metal. And so when you do this, just make sure you find anything plastic. It can literally be anything. It can be paper. It can be paper. As long as it can maintain its shape. I choose plastic bottle because the irregularities actually give a really nice sparkling and thunder effect in the model. So now this is actually the important part of the process. You want to make sure that you have a really super thick glue. You can probably find this anywhere, but you want to actually dab it on your thunder looking sparkling effect. And make sure you dab it halfway. You don't want to make sure you glue your own hand on this. And this is probably the other important portion. You need to have an accelerator because by doing so, you actually make this glue effect more smoother. And so by doing so on both sides, you end up having a really nice crystal or crispy clear thunder effect that you can actually put it beside your Thor hammer. And as you can see here, I can't even bend it anymore because now it's really brittle, and now it's basically the super glue working on. So keep repeating this process as much as you want it. Just make sure that when you do this process, you want to have different sizes, different heights, and different kind of branches for your lighting, because the more randomized lighting you have, the more real effect you can get in your model. So as I mentioned before, airbrushing is one of the best things that I really like in this hobby. I think I've been airbrushing since I was in 3rd grade, so 15 years later, I'm still airbrushing. So one of the big tips that I really want to tell people about airbrushing is that make sure you plan, and plan. Literally, when you do airbrushing, you don't want to lose track of what final color you want to have, because typically when you're doing airbrush, you want to paint it to the extreme color you can get. So if you want to paint brighter color, you want to paint them really bright. If you want to paint them dark, you want to paint them really dark. And it's easy to lose track of how they're going to look like. So I typically just wrote down on a book and just figure out what color I want to have, because just like a canvas, you want to have a background that's bright enough so that when you wash all the crevices, the dark colors kind of fill in the black, while the airbrush colors you have in the background kind of pops out the entire model. That's why it's really important for you to plan, and plan. Just like I mentioned before, literally, as you see the model after being airbrushed, it looks horrendous, right? I mean, you get pink in the background, you get white color at the front, and you get the really black and blue color right in his chest and on his mountain back. So that's why it's really important for you to plan out what kind of model you wanted to paint, which kind of areas you want to darken, and which kind of areas you want to highlight, so that later on when you're doing the most detailed portion of the work, you can actually figure out what color to improve and what color to actually shade, what color to glaze, and what color you can actually darken a little bit. Alright, so final tip of the day. Make sure before you do this step, you want to gloss your model with a different kind of paint color on this one. So either use acrylic or use lacquer so that at the end you can actually clean it up with the dissolvent that is enamel based. So as you can see here, it doesn't take a lot of skills to literally just dab all the paint marks inside the lines. What's cool about using the gloss color is that all the paints will just paint around, distribute around the area so that you don't really have to do this perfectly, because at the end I'm gonna show you how you can just simply clean up with the cotton bud and you just simply get a really nice, clean, crisp panel accent color on your model. So I hope you enjoy, guys. I can't believe it's almost done with the video. I hope you enjoy it, and if you haven't liked and subscribed my video, do it right now because I do a lot of effort in making this content for you. Have fun, guys.